first time ever.
Warning anti-terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members
The drivers of a new economic age.
Fly high, but at what cost? We humans love patterns. When celebrities start getting new citizenships, it's a story. When everyone begins collecting the same kind of luxury watch, it's a story. When random cargo ships mysteriously explode, it's a story again. So naturally, when country after country started cancelling their orders for America's prized F-35 fighter jet, that's a story for sure. Let's start with the facts. Spain has officially scrapped its plan to buy Lockheed Martin's F-35. India semi-quietly told Washington it's no longer interested. Switzerland is now debating whether to move ahead with its order for 3 dozen jets. Portugal started looking for alternatives earlier this year, and Canada, it's reviewing its F-35 deal. The early signs suggest they still go ahead. The final word rests with the Prime Minister. 5 countries, same hesitation. Coincidence or something bigger? Now, before we jump to the whys, let's understand the what. The F-35 is a 5th generation fighter jet made by US defense giant Lockheed Martin. They describe it in 3 words: lethal, survivable, connected. It's designed for versatility. It can hit targets in the air, strike on the ground, and use advanced sensors to gather massive amounts of data on enemy forces and terrain, all while staying almost invisible to enemy radars. Lockheed calls it at the quarterback of the skies. I'd call it the Kevin Bacon of the skies because, like the actor who's connected to everyone in Hollywood, this jet connects all parts of the battlefield. So, if it's so advanced and powerful, why are countries stepping away? One reason is cost. Critics sometimes call it the Ferrari option. When a Ford would do, it's expensive not only to buy but also to maintain. And there have been multiple cost overruns over the years. For countries with tighter defense budgets, that's a real problem. But there's another deeper reason: dependency. Owning an F-35 is just like owning an iPhone. Sure, it's sleek and powerful, but you are tied to Apple for updates, repairs, and support. With the F-35, you need constant software updates, patches, and maintenance from the United States to keep it flying at peak performance. That means, in a crisis, your jets are only as reliable as your relationship with Washington. And today's shifting geopolitics, that's not a small concern. Portugal's defense minister actually said it out loud back in March. We cannot ignore the geopolitical environment in our choices because the predictability of our allies is a greater asset to take into account. In other simple words, if an ally can turn unpredictable, maybe it's time to rethink what to buy from them. Now, the United States didn't exactly help quiet these concerns when, also in March, the Pentagon had to publicly deny the existence of an F-35 kill switch. a hypothetical remote command that could disable the jets if America wanted to. Now, if you have to officially say, we promise we can't secretly turn off your planes, it means trust is already on a shaky ground. And trust in large multi-year defense projects is the secret ingredient. The truth is, the F-35 has always been more than a fighter jet. It's a tool of US strategy. That's the feature, not the flaw. If you are a trusted ally, you go to the front of the delivery queue. If you buy from rivals like Russia, you're off the list. Ask Turkey. If your geopolitical stance doesn't align perfectly, you can find yourself edged out. Ask Saudi Arabia. What's changing now is that this cause and effect might be working both ways. Allies are starting to say, if you are going to play hardball with us, maybe we'll spend our billions somewhere else. We have seen hints of this before. Remember when Turkey held back Sweden's NATO membership until the US promised them back into the F-35 program? That's leverage. But now countries like Spain, India, and Portugal seem to be signaling, we want advanced jets, but not at the cost of strategic dependency at all. For the United States, losing one sale to Portugal or Switzerland might not be a big deal, but stack up enough of these losses and it starts to matter. Less revenue for Lockheed means less cash for R&D, which over time could shrink America's military edge. It could reduce interoperability with allies, and most importantly, it could mean less United States leverage on the global stage. The F-35 program is huge. It's operational across 20 armed forces worldwide. Each jet has around 30,000 parts from nearby 1,900 suppliers across the United States, UK, Italy, Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Japan, and Finland. But in the end, the question every buyer will have to answer is this: do you want the most advanced fighter jet in the world? If it also means tying your Air Force's lifeline to Washington's goodwill? Because in the sky, as in geopolitics, the most valuable asset is not just speed or stealth, it's trust. That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.